Singer-songwriter Stephen Malkmus has been described as a patron saint of indie rock. The frontman for the 90s group Pavement, he just released a 7th album with his current band, the Jicks. We'll hear selections in just a moment. First, Anthony Mason sat down with Malkmus to talk about his ongoing influence on the indie scene.
Most beat makers don't do it this way, but hit it.
Stephen Malkmus has a peculiar place in the music pantheon, and he knows it.
Where do you see yourself in all this?
On the outside looking in, always, you know, like behind that glass, knocking. Another beautiful bike lane.
GQ magazine recently called the 52-year-old frontman of Stephen Malkmus and the Jicks the dad of indie rock.
What do you feel about that title?
I'd rather be the dad than the granddad or the great-granddad.
Yeah.
He's best known for his work with the band Pavement, whose debut record, Slanted and Enchanted, is considered one of the most influential albums of the 90s.
A lot of 90s bands have kind of been making comebacks recently. When you see an era that you kind of arrived in suddenly making a comeback, how do you perceive that?
You think the 90s is having a moment now?
Sort of,
Is that
yeah.
what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a good thing because that benefits me. So I hope it goes on forever. The world was telling him love is dead, but he's turning that logic on its head.
But his new record with the Jicks, Sparkle Hard, is his 7th with the band.
Make up an innocent average girl, kissing under prairie moon. No one knows.
Is it something you just have to do at this point, or is it something you have to make yourself do?
To me, I think of the future of writing tunes, you know, like something good's gonna happen. I'm gonna make something special. It's gonna have magical fairy dust on it, and it will join into the pantheon of other great magical fairy dust songs that I like.
It's not always magical. As we talked, Malkmus was still recovering from an illness he picked up on tour.
And I don't know, somehow I caught a bug in Toronto and I lost my voice for 2 days. And
I'm always amazed at musicians when they're struggling with their voice and they have to go.
It's humiliating too. People know that I'm not the best singer anyway, and they like me and they know the songs. But still, when you don't have a voice, you're put in a point of emotional vulnerability where you kind of, it's tiring, you know, emotionally wearying to be there and have people worrying about you, and then you feel a little like you have to give even more when you just like to play your songs, have them sound great, say a couple witty words, and be on your way.